Alright, God, Source, Creator, Jesus, Universe, Mama Gaia, Luna, Moon, Goddess, Cosmos, Angels, Ancestors, Wayshowers, Guides, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Galactic Federation, Council of Light, Elementals, Fae, Mary Magdalene, beings assigned to our team, for our highest, holiest, heavenliest, most divine, godly good, and all benevolent beings of light, including our celestial guardians. What do we need to know about this? You sense it before you see it, and I'm definitely sensing something. I sense there's something in the wind. Hello! What is up, Galactic? Oh, what the fuck is up with this angle? Hold up, wait a minute. Listen, that is still... You know what? Today is just one of those days we looking a little frumpy, we feeling a little frumpy, okay? If you guys just came over from the thank you skills right off the bat, oh my God, thank you. Thank you for pouring into me. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Elsa. One Elsa. You are the one, the one, the one. Thank you for pouring into me, and know that you're going to receive it back infinitely in all the ways that God deems necessary for your skills, aka abilities, evolution, advancement, dharma, protection, if that's what you've been praying for, because I'm picking up on that energy, and your destiny. Thank you. Thank you, the keeper. Thank you, chosen. Thank you for pouring into me, and thank you for your compliments. Listen. Y'all just start right off the bat just being so sweet. Oh my God. And I was just about to tell y'all that I was not going to be on here for an extended amount of time. But now, I'm just the vibes. And I'm like, oh my God. Thank you, Mona. Thank you. Like Mona Lisa. Art. Baby, you art. Thank you, Trina. Thank you for pouring into me. Damn. Right off the bat. Y'all, thank you. Thank you for pouring into me. Oh, you singing, Mama? Beautiful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love your voice. Thank you, Mamacita. Mamacita wanted to sing along with us. What is up, Galactic Golden Nuggies? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? Hello, hello, hello. If you have an intuitive feeling that your dog may attack the two kittens that you got, I would heavily advise keeping them separate, feeding them on either side of the door so they can smell each other before they meet each other. Don't immediately introduce them and just throw them together. Keep the cats inside of a bathroom or inside another room and feed them so that the bowls are up against the door. Because the cats will attack the dog and the dog will defend itself. So you gotta introduce, just like we're being introduced to this timeline we have prayed for, slowly, gently, in the way that we ask, because I know we are all tired of quick, turbulent towers in order to get us to a certain time point. Do the same thing with your animals. You wouldn't want to be thrown into a random room with roommates that are bigger than you, and they look like badass. You wouldn't want to be thrown into a room where you're like, oh my God, they could beat my ass. Don't do that. Don't do that. You wouldn't want that. Don't do that to your animals. Woo! And yes, this is my rip to the feelings I had for you shirt, but it's really the feelings that I have in general towards anything that is musky. If y'all came over from YouTube, those comments were super musky, and they were really trying to test my resolve, but I was like, no, you're not about to fuck up the good vibes. So my shirt is really ripped to the feelings of the old version, how the old version would move through this reality. And if you guys looked at the community board on YouTube, on my community board, it talks about how eclipse season was really transformative for each and every one of us, and we're walking into November as this new energy. Now on the live, I had said we were walking into January, but I was picking up on the correct energy. Apparently it's November. Apparently this new moon on Friday, it's the solidification of this new version of you that you have timeline jumped into. And I was like, damn, I should have, I had been scrolling on YouTube and I saw that post and I was like, I should have scrolled before I went live because I probably would have seen this first. But it all aligned with the energy that I was picking up on. So if you felt a little bit more aggravated, a little bit more depressed, a little bit more anxious, a little bit more fatigued, or a lot of it, because I know my hair looks a fucking mess today. Just know that I didn't do it. I threw it up in a messy bun and I ripped it out the bonnet and said, rip me out the package, bitch. I'm not feeling brand new today. I said, I am not. Okay, rip me out the plastic until I'm feeling brand new. But I ripped my bonnet off and I said, this is it. We're throwing this up in a bun and that's good enough because I was not feeling the vibes today. And just know that if you are resonating with this energy and you're like, something in the air, this is musky. This feels musky. It is because we are shedding all of the eclipse energy old skin for this new version that we have aligned with, and you're in an alternate timeline. All of that is not admit. We talked about this over here, and we talked about this on YouTube, like getting into the divine club. That is not admissible when it pertains to your abundant, unconditionally loving, most successful new version. Gotta go. We being pat down at the door. So if you are purging right now, it's everything that just can't go with you. And it's everything we've experienced with some of the heaviest eclipses I personally went through was in like 2017, 2018. So I know everything that I am releasing is things that my subconscious had held on to all of those years. Now, for some of you, it could be since 2012. That there are things that you stuffed to the back that you didn't have time to deal with because you were pushing through. You had to overcome, because if you lay down in depression, if you lay down in heartbreak at that time and you succumbed to it, you would have died. If you resonate with that, then what you're releasing right now is the things that you said, I don't have time to deal with this. I should be mourning right now. I should be sad. I should be angry about this, but I can't. I have way too much to do, so I have to shove this to the back of my mind. I have to repress this. Anything that's been repressed is coming to the surface now before you officially move into this new timeline as this new version of you. Anything that is not of this new version of you your soul is pulling it out. Your subconscious is going, bleh. We can't have that. So we are going through purging. And if you've, hi, beautiful power kitty up here, we are going through purging. It was for our power, huh? We're going through purging for our power. But it's the power, the best way to explain this is the version of you, what's in between the version of you that you desire to be and the version you are now is what can't go with you. You are this successful, abundant, multimillionaire who has their wife or their husband who's unconditionally loving and healed. Well, anything taking up the space of that energy gotta go. So if you had stuff down, if you had repressed anything from traumatic relationships, you may not know why you're crying. You may not know why you're irritated, but your soul does. You're releasing what's been repressed and making space for what it is that you now are. And anything that is not a part of what you now are, gotta go. You facing you, now you're integrating you. It's no longer a mirror, it is that you have stepped into the mirror. And anything that cannot go with you is being pulled out as you are moving through that mirror. That's the best way to explain it, is it's gonna be uncomfortable because you're having parts of you, what was you, left behind in the dimension that you're stepping out of into this mirror. So if you visualize it like that, you're standing in front of a mirror and you're seeing the version of you want to be. No, you're not doing this today. Get down. I love you, but no, because you Freddy Krueger my back today. Which you can tell I'm slightly more in my masculine energy because of the uncomfortability I'm experiencing through this transitionary process. Where, like I said, it's like a mirror. You are looking at the you that you're meant to be. You're looking at the alternate version of you that you're moving into. It extended its hand and you reached your hand through the mirror and grabbed it and it's pulling you through. But anything from 2012, 2017, anything you experienced with the full brunt of these eclipses and the evolutionary process through hoobly jubbly or darker elevated levels is being relieved off of you. But it's like symbiote shit. I can't imagine. This is probably what it felt like to have, if you watched Venom, the symbiote ripped out of you. Like, Except it's like a new symbiote is being installed while the old one is being left behind, and the old timeline did not want to be left behind because the old timeline caves in. Like, once you're through that mirror, you turn around and it's a door. Or not even a door, it's a brick wall. It's no longer there for you. It no longer exists. So everything that was that version of you is trying to keep you in that timeline, because when you're no longer there, it no longer exists. The toxicity, it doesn't exist to your reality you're in now. The narcissistic karmic family dynamic doesn't exist to the reality you're in now. So everything that no longer can exist in the timeline you've moved into has to be stripped from you and out of you. Damn, I wish we could have explained that. I might see if I can save this and post it over on YouTube if it will let me save. Because I feel like I could have explained it just like this over on YouTube, but I did not. YouTube was like, and I just got a Portal's perfume ad. So we are going through Portal energy last night. What about last night? I was going to say in this moment. It's the you that you've been looking at that you now are. Yeah, YouTube was intense. I will say the YouTube commentary, like the Hoobly Jublies on YouTube, were adamant on trying to be like weirdos. But we didn't let them be weirdos. The vibes were actually really great over there. Everybody was so... For those of you that came over from YouTube, I am so proud of you for not letting the Hoobly Jublies get you amped. Because they were really trying to antagonize not just me, but everybody in the chat. They was being a fucking mess. And we just talked about power. Power Kitty was just up here. If last night was a mess, or you couldn't sleep last night, not very well, you were going through a purging. A powerful purge. The grass is greener on the side that you are. That's what I heard. The side that you're on, the grass is greener. You could have also had gas. In the way that you're purging, your vessel could also be purging. You could be releasing. TMI, you could be having an upset tummy. Your vessel is responding to the transformation you're going through. We got Justice and Two of Pentacles. Your justice is on the other side of that mirror. Your justice is now a part of your reality. And it cannot be stopped. And listen, you guys, I have been up since 4:47 a.m. and I have had my makeup done since like 6 or 7. So this has been on for a minute. Bear with me. Yes, if you are tired today, you are going through a massive transformation. It is you integrating the you that you have been visualizing. Like, I'm seeing a business suit, like on the other side of this mirror, business suit. You're in the home of your dreams. Like, you got your car keys in your hand while you're looking over documents. Like, you are in your dream life. Like, this is you. The you that you visualize living your dreams is the you that you have become. You took this version of you's hand and it's pulling you into you. You are aligning, you are combining. It is a fusion of you. And anything that is not meant to be a part of this fusion is being purged out. It's being regurgitated into the timeline that needs to be left behind. And again, you guys, thank you, Stacks. Thank you for pouring into me. Seriously, thank you. For all of you that have sent gifts, I appreciate it more than you know, and know that you're going to receive it back infinitely in your new timeline and reality in all the ways that God deems necessary for your experience with the level that you've evolved into, with the timeline that you are now existing in, with the alternate reality you are now a part of. They said the alternate reality that has been brought forth from brought forth from 4D creation. It existed. You just needed to align and step into it. And it all needed to be left behind. You took this action to leave out in the cold anything that was not who you are. Not who you desire to be, who you are now. You are this energy now, and anything that the uncomfortability that you're experiencing is all of what is detaching from you fully. Like, you have already taken the hand of the version of you have visualized being. And now it's all of the strings, all of the cords, all of the connections from all the years that you were this person. And you know what? I had thought that we had already done, they said it's happening in waves. There are individuals that have already went through this process. Those of you feeling the brunt of this energy in this moment are currently going through this process. You have shed skins in order to make this transformation easier. They said not transformation, this transition easier. You wouldn't have been able to move through this specific portal if you hadn't have shed the skins that you did. Princess of Wands. The you that you had been. A lot of princess energy coming out here. Immaturity. Reckless behavior, instability, insecurity, lack mentality, trauma. Because they're both sitting here looking at it. We're going to take these as the in reverse versions, where reliving mistakes, reliving the past, fear of instability, fear of poverty, fear-based mentality, infertility, something that you had been staring at that needed to be shed, balanced out and shed, so that you would be relieved of this baggage to where you could get through this door. They're now showing me Alice in Wonderland, where she grew and she couldn't get through the little door. It's like this was a lot bigger than what could fit into this new reality. Like, none of this could go. I won't say you had to be perfect, but it had to be aligned. They said precise. All had to be precise. You in this position of power, with this amount of oppression, would have been counteractive. If that makes sense. It would have counteracted each other. Power and oppression don't go together unless you are a dictator. So you sitting in the state of oppression was canceling out your power. And that's what allowed your power to be used against you in certain instances. You had to fully step into your power to overcome and release this oppression. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Pressure. Under pressure. I'm sorry. I had to. Pressure peasy. Thank you for pouring into me. And Nicole, thank you for pouring into me. Know that you're going to receive it back infinitely in all the ways that God deems necessary for your experience, evolution, abilities, advancements, dharma, ascension, and evolution. Everything necessary for the level that you are currently elevated into. Everything that you know is meant to be a part of the experience you have visualized and affirmed. That you know is now yours, and you're just feeling the uncomfortability of labor as you're pushing this through. Except it's not you pushing this through, it's you pushing you through. You are birthing you. I definitely might save this live. I might keep this one shorter than normal, you guys, just so I can attempt to save it and share it to you too. But we will see. Because I definitely want to save this one. If it will let me. Most of the time it does not. Wish fulfillment and justice. Justice is coming through because you are now sitting in, you see how she's just chilling? Yes, she's staring at her cup, but it's not out of longing because she has so many cups. She's holding gratitude for each and everything that has been fulfilled. That's what I'm feeling from this, is each and every night, you see the moons all set up on this wall. Each and every night that she had stayed up affirming this, visualizing this, believing in this, had paid off. All the nights you didn't sleep are going to pay off, have paid off. It's gratitude for everything you didn't give up on, and the gratitude you're holding now. I just heard your appreciation poured in. What? Your appreciation poured into all apparitions. These apparitions, these divine guides, divine apparitions. Aspiration, explain it to me. Your drive fueled those guiding you. All the ancestors you had freed that had decided not to move forward because they were here. They were determined because you were determined to see you win. But they knew you were going to win, but there are guides that stayed behind to help. There are guides that stayed behind to witness this. There are guides that stayed behind and chose to guide because of how inspired they had been by everything you had accomplished. They were free. They had been freed. They could have ascended to the next realm. Or as Shase would say, the next Gekyum. But they had chosen to watch this play out. They're witnesses. These apparitions are witnessing your aspirations come to life. Wisdom. Some of you know you have these guides around you. Grandfathers, grandmothers, a brother, a sister, a mother. I specifically heard a grandfather. A grand aunt. They have never channeled me a grand aunt before. But a grand aunt. That means something to somebody. A grand aunt. I'm sorry. I need to... Let me see. They ain't never channeled me something like that before. Well, how old of aunt is this? The aunt of one's father or mother. The aunt of one's father or mother. A grand aunt. So it's the aunt of somebody's father. Or the aunt of somebody's mother. Okay. That's for somebody. Somebody is looking out on the other side. That is a grand aunt. I heard TT. Once upon a December, you would spend holidays with this person. Something about this individual. Somebody, all right, this may resonate with more than one of you. Somebody wants you to appreciate and enjoy holidays again. You saw your late husband recently? They're coming through. They're going to let you know that they're there, and they want you to appreciate living life. They want you to be able to experience more life in the way that it had been taken away from you. You were so focused on evolving, mission, and overcoming that it's like you don't, for those of you this is for, you don't celebrate holidays, and I can resonate with that. Somebody asked me what I'm doing for Christmas, and I said, working, possibly hanging out with my online family if they're available, but like I don't have family. And they're like, what do you mean you don't have family? And I'm like, no, that's fine. I got my cats and I got my online family. Like that's my real family right there. But like they're probably gonna be busy on Christmas, so I'm gonna just hang out. Like it didn't hit me the way that like I feel like this person wanted it to hit me. But they just brought up, because it was a cashier at the grocery store I go to that asked me, and I just responded like it was nothing. Some of you, same. They just brought that visual back to me. Where some of you, you've been moving like it's nothing, but it used to mean something to you. I'm still going to go live. Like I said, my family is you guys. So you might be home doing something for Christmas or Halloween, but like I'm still going to be here. For those of you that all we have is each other, I'm going to be here. You're not alone. You got this family right here. And that did make me slightly emotional. You're not alone. I know some of you may, that really made me emotional. Here comes the purging. All right? Because like when I first talked about it, it didn't faze me. Like I just explained to the cashier, but like, I feel like collectively it's coming out. It's purging. And even if you gotta work, we're gonna be here, we're gonna be live, I'm gonna be hanging out. Because you're my family. And for those of you that this is your only family too, I got you. We got you. I'm gonna be here. You don't have to celebrate alone. We're gonna celebrate together. And whoever's ancestors are on the other side, where they used to spend holidays with you, and you used to love holidays, and you don't love them anymore, you're about to. I heard you're gonna live life again, but as a new you. And I also just heard you're gonna like the way you look. What ad is that? What ad is that? It's a suit ad. You're gonna like the way you look. You've been suited for this. I have your 6 as well. It's men's warehouse. Okay, so somebody, that is hilarious. They just channeled that because you've been suited for this, but it's also with this men's warehouse, it's gonna feel like somebody was made for you. There is a man coming into your life or a woman coming into your life that it's gonna feel like they were made in a warehouse, almost too good to be true, but this is for you. And you just don't see this coming. Your clairaudience, your clairsentience, all of your clairs have been amped up though to where you sense this. You may even be smelling random perfume or cologne to where you're like, why does that smell like something I would like but I don't have? Because your person wears it, who you're aligned to wears it. You may also be smelling food you haven't smelled in a long time, or food you haven't ever had in general. Thank you, TK the God. Thank you, TK the. Why do y'all feel so far away? Wait a minute. Trying to get y'all brought in closer, cause y'all felt a little too far away. You live on ramen noodles. I live on tofu and rice, so I feel that. But that's about to change. Fortune out here. And listen, I almost hesitated with that. And I don't like the fact that I almost hesitated with that. Some of you maybe, as you're purging, having a hard time believing that anything has changed. Like anything is going to change, but it has. You sense this, you know this, but it's your eyes are not picking up on what you feel. So you may be feeling some type of distorted doubt. Where you're not, the reason I say it's distorted is because your eyes deceive you. This entire simulation, this entire matrix is a distortion. One that can be manipulated and contorted in a way that aligns with your energy. You have to maintain the alignment though. Everything is, de los muertos. Thank you, Kishan. See, and that's a sign right there that ancestors are coming through saying, we got you. Everything that has been conveyed to you is what is occurring in this moment. There will be, everything in its moment will come through to test you in order to see if you really are who it is you have aligned yourself energetically to be and are walking around claiming that you are. If you truly believe that you are the first generational multimillionaire, every fucking bill, believe me, coming from somebody who got hit with this and then was blessed right after I didn't panic, every bill under the fucking sun will come out of nowhere. You'll be asking for $5,000 and $2,000 of bills will pop up and you'll be like, damn, what the fuck? Like, what the, you know what? I know this is just a part of the new beginning. Let me stay out of my head. And as soon as you don't panic, as soon as you don't go immediately back into lack mentality, all of a sudden you get $10,000 instead of $5,000. So if everything in his mama is coming through to test you, it is the release of old old energy that you would have fallen into as this new version of you that you cannot afford to fall into. So if it's romance, and all of a sudden you're seeing couples pop up left and right, and you're like, and you start to get sad, that's you being the old version of you, lacking the love that comes from within you. And that was the universe testing you to see if you really unconditionally love yourself. Because when I see couples, I'm like, oh my God, that is so fucking cute. I'm real creepy with it. I'm sorry. I will watch them and be like, oh, until they see me looking at her like, oh shit. Sorry. I'm not looking at your man. I'm looking at both of you. Be cute. Because it just like, when I see love, I feel love. Like, I already feel love, but it just enhances the love that I'm feeling because I'm like, more love in this world. I don't lack a partner. I am my greatest partner. That's how you should feel about you. Like, I want my motherfucker is going to be like Gomez. I'm not set up. If I'm like Gomez to myself, you better be like Gomez to me. And not in a narcissistic way, but in a way where it's like, I've worked my ass off. Not only physically, but emotionally, to be able to love myself, because I used to hate myself. I worked this damn hard on loving myself. I'm not going to accept anything less than somebody that loves me unconditionally. And Gomez loved Morticia unconditionally. Just worshiping her, just obsessed with her. And she was just as obsessed with him. Those are my requirements, and I'm not settling for any less than that. Because that's the way I love. That's not just the way that I love me. That's the way that I love my fur babies. That's the way that I love y'all. I'm obsessed with your success. And not looking at your success and wanting it to be my success. I'm obsessed with you winning. I love to hear about you winning. I love to know that you are succeeding. And I am here to make sure that you succeed. I'm obsessed with our galactic golden family changing the world. So in the same way that I'm obsessed with assisting, being of service, in the same way that I'm obsessed with being a nurturer, I'm obsessed with my fur babies. I love them little musty dust buckets. They be dusty sometimes. They be musty sometimes, but don't we all? We be a little bit musty sometimes, and not musky. There's a difference between musky muskrats and musty dust smell. Because they do be smelling like kitty dust. And sometimes they be absolutely diabolical with their behavior. But I'm still obsessed with them. I love them. They're my little angels. And I'm obsessed with y'all. You're my family. If that is not aligning with my reality, if that is not aligning with my expectations and my standards, why would I integrate it? Like, why would I even give it time of day? And y'all better feel the same about everything. No matter what is playing out in your physical reality, you still hold the same standard. You still hold the same concept, not just about yourself, but your expectations from life. When something comes through that I know is testing my resolve, I look at it in a way where I understand the game the universe is playing with me. And I go, this is not what I ordered. I'll pay the bill for this. If this is what's on the menu, if this is what you ordered for me, fine. But I'm not eating it. Because I didn't order this. I'll pay for it. You send bills my way. Okay. I'll pay the bills. I'm not going to complain. Because I know that's not what I ordered. So I know what I ordered is coming up next. I will listen to this person that wants to get my number. Like, I won't just be like, get out of my face, bye. Like, I'll be nice. But this is not what I ordered. So I'm not going to settle for this. Something doesn't go my way, or what I feel like should be my way, I'm like, okay, what do I need to learn from this? Because I'm not taking this negatively. I am not accepting negativity. Absolutely not. You can be negative all day, every day. But you're not about to rub your negativity off on me. These negative circumstances, these negative situations are not going to put me in a negative mind state to where I'm I'm a vibratory match to these shenanigans. So listen here, universe. No. Listen here, Bonsai. No, I didn't order this. I will deal with it. And I will do it with a grateful attitude. Because I know this is not meant to be a part of my reality. So, if this is not meant to be a part of my reality, I will handle it with grace, but I'm not accepting it and I'm not settling for it. So, you better bring me. What does my energy speak to you? This is how I talk to God. I'm like, God, this is not my energy. I know my energy isn't talking to you like this. She not talking to me like. I pull up. What is her? I almost called her Creation. And Creation is the one. Creation. Creation is the one that sings Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Venni, Venni, Prada. Which I love the way that she spelled creation, and it's creation. But she not talking to me like, that's creation. I'm looking at the Most High like, you not talking to me like, this ain't my energy. I know my energy isn't telling you this. So I will handle this, and I'm not going to pout about it. Because I know pouting is just going to bring me more reasons to pout. So I'm going to find a reason to hold gratitude. And every time I do that, things shift in a way where I understand that the universe was testing me. The Most High was testing me. My guides were seeing if I was going to fall back into old behaviors of an old self, an old version. So if you have things coming through where you're like, this is the opposite of my manifestation, good. That means your manifestation is right around the corner. But the Most High is going to see if you fall into an old lack mentality, an old poverty mentality, old trauma, an old timeline, an old version of you before you receive something that is due. To the high vibrational new version of you. You can't have new wineskins with old wineskins. That's how I will put this. You can't bring the old wineskins with you. So you got to get rid of the old wineskins for the new wineskins, and you can't take them with you. You don't need them no more. Exactly. Right around the corner. Equal give and take. Where before you react in this energy, remember, all right, this is where I'm at right now. If this is not speaking my energy, whatever's going on, this is not a part of my experience. I'm not going to continually integrate it as a part of my experience. I will not let it adhere to my energy. Therefore, I'm going to look at this and go, okay, what do I need to learn? What do I need to know about this? And I just had a blessing just came through. Thank you, TK the God. I just looked up at the screen. Confirmation. There is a blessing that just came through. I look at each and every galactic golden nugget that books with me as like a blessing, because it is a blessing for me to be able to assist you, and it is a blessing for me to watch you grow and to help you grow. And it's also a blessing to know that like things have changed, because this is somebody who has worked with me, I believe, like 2 times before, who just booked again, which lets me know this energy has gone through an ascension where they have hit a new level where they are seeking guidance. That to me is a blessing. Like when you guys come back, now I don't want you coming back with the same problem, because then I'm not doing my job. Then I'm fucking up. But when you come back and you're like, hey, everything was going perfect, and then I elevated, and then now I'm here. What do I do from this point? And I'm able to help align you in the next level. That to me is a blessing. So to know that there's a beautiful energy that just booked with me again, that I know is booking right as we're talking about this new wineskin, this old wineskin, new wineskin energy, elevation, evolution, ascension. That is a blessing. And I pray that those of you tuning into these messages, you take these messages and you use them to elevate your life, to deepen your divine experience as a incarnated angelic energy and incarnated divine soul that was here to awaken the divinity in others. Because that's what you're doing through your elevation and your evolution and your belief system. All things are possible through, I was going to say through you, but it's really through the creator. You are a co-creator of these impossibilities becoming possible, though. Like when people look at you, you are the impossible made possible. Thank you, Hot Twin. Thank you, Hot Twin, for subscribing and supporting your girl. And know that you are going to receive every ounce of that support back into your reality within this lifetime. In all the ways that you had previously not been supported, everyone will look at you with supportful energy, and everyone will be there for you in the way that you have been there for me. I am affirming that in your reality right now. And was that Fabishine? Fabishine! Thank you, Fabishine, for pouring into me. And formerly known as Ariel, welcome to the Galactic Golden Nug family. Thank you, TK the God. Thank you, Yastar. I am so sorry that I have not been addressing each and every one of you for like the way that you've been pouring into me. I apologize. I was so deep in the channel. Thank you, Fabishine. Thank you, TK the God. Thank you, Yastar. Thank you. And thank you for sharing the live. And thank you for being a part of this divine, beautiful experience. Because I know it's going to sound cheesy. Thank you, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, or I hope I'm saying your name right. Jacqueline, thank you, Jacqueline, for pouring into me. And listen, I know it's going to sound cheesy, but we need your divine energy to move this realm forward. And I appreciate just being a part of the experience of watching you move throughout this realm as your highest vibrational being, receiving everything that is due. Basically giving the middle finger to all corrupt, lower vibrational, elite energies in this realm. I'm proud of you. And I'm proud of everything you've accomplished already. Millionaires just joined the live. So that is confirmation. You've moved into a position to receive a lot more than you ever anticipated, but you knew. And what I mean by that is, you're being given more than you ever asked for, but it's because you have done more than was ever asked of you. You know this is coming, you feel it. But you never expected it to be like this. You never expected to receive in the way that you're about to receive. One of the women that I had tuned into over on YouTube, she manifested $10,000 in 7 days. And when I watched her video, because I was drawn to it, God had literally set this up where somebody poured into her. They're like, I see what you're doing, I support what you're doing, and I want you to focus more on it. Here's $10,000, I'm sponsoring you. So that you can stop stressing about, like God led me to, so you can stop stressing about everything that is keeping you from really pouring into your messages. And I was like, she literally got sponsored to be a creative, to create within this realm. Some of you are like, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to? Oh my God. Thank you, Angelic Divinity. Thank you, Angelic Divinity. Thank you, Divine, or Devin. Thank you, Devin, for pouring into me. And thank you, Angelic Divine, for literally confirming that message. Thank you. I appreciate you so deeply and so dearly, and know that you're going to receive it back infinitely in all the ways that God deems necessary for your experience, dharma, evolution, advancements, abilities, and destiny. And that was 22 heart pops. Listen. 22 is about stability. It's also about you being aligned to the energy you need to be in order to receive your most stable life, your most balanced life. So thank you for confirming that message. And some of you don't know how this is going to happen. You don't need to know how. It just is. The best way to put this is where you're at right now. You didn't know how you were going to get there, but you're here. I don't mean to yell at you, but I need you to think about it. You didn't know how you were going to get right here, where you are right now, but you're here. You didn't know at one point how you were going to pay that bill. You didn't know how at one point you were going to feed yourself, but it happened. It happened. You don't need to know how you're going to get where you have been visualizing. It's going to happen. Your job is to stay aligned with the energy, because your steps will be delivered. Your steps will be ordered. All you got to do is stay in a vibratory aligned state with who you have been visualizing yourself being. If you view yourself as the first generational millionaire, I want you to start factoring out what you're going to do with those finances. How you're going to budget them, how you're going to double or triple them, and how you're going to give back. Because you can't come into $1 million and then just give away $1 million and not find a way to continuously have it cycling in. You've got to have means for yourself. You got to have means for your generational wealth. So what are you going to do with that $1 million? What are you going to do with that multi-million dollars too? Because there are lottery winners that get like $100 million, or what was the one lady? She got I think it was $25 million, and then a few years later was broke. Because you can't get all of those finances, just give them away and spend them on dumb shit. You got to start thinking, how am I going to budget this? How am I going to continuously create this wealth? How is it going to be flowing? How do I get the wheel going? So instead of thinking about what you're going to buy with this this inheritance, what you're going to buy with these multi-millions. What's going to put you in a position to go from multi-millionaire to multi-billionaire? You're going to help a lot of individuals as a multi-millionaire, but you're going to help even more as a smart one. You can have multi-millions and you can lose it in a year. It's about you visualizing how you're going to move with this money because you're getting it. Like, you already know you're aligned with this. Your steps are being ordered to move this into your reality and move you further into the energy of receiving this. Now I want you going from visualizing having this in your bank account to what you're going to do with it. Feel it in its entirety, because the feeling state is one of the main ways you manifest this outcome. You will further. The best way to explain this is when you feel it, that is your subconscious not knowing the difference between whether or not it is real or you're just feeling. So when you fully feel it, when you go through the motions of experiencing it before having it, you are telling your subconscious, I already have this. And the universe, you emanating that energy of already having this, it makes a way. God makes a way. Even in the Bible, it says, pray as though you already have what it is you are seeking, what it is you desire. Hold gratitude. When you pray, you pray in gratitude of already having it. Not pray out of desire, not pray out of desperation, but pray out of gratitude. All is interconnected. We are all an extension of this beautiful, sentient, divine being. Source, creator. It doesn't matter what belief you are, what religion you are. We all stem from something more than ourselves that has aligned us with being something more than we had previously perceived ourselves as being within this realm. It's where divinity stems from. We are the infinite, but we come from the creator. Even the creator created the infinite, that of which we hold, that of which we are, that of which we are connected to. This is why all is possible for you. And this is why I need you to look at these, I won't even say manifestations, timelines. They're not manifestations. You are literally pulling in timelines you're already living. 4D energy. It has already been created. You are just pulling in the timeline of where you're already existing, experiencing what it is you are perceiving as a manifestation. It's just you becoming that version that's already doing it. And then trusting that the steps will be laid out, because they will, in order for you to walk as that individual. Because it all starts from here. Every timeline that you have aligned to all starts from here. You can align to a timeline where you give up at this point. And then your steps will be ordered when it pertains to that timeline where you give up at this point. Or you can align with the timeline where you don't give up. You continue to visualize, you continue to hold faith and believe, and you become a multimillionaire. You get married. Your business blows up. You go viral. You get to tell your story. You're writing a book. You're speaking on podcasts. You're on the news. And you continue to stay aligned with that timeline to where those steps will be ordered and laid out. The you that you want to be and the you that you are aligned if you choose them to be. But you have free will to decide what you're going to do at this point. God advocates for the experience that you decide you want to have. Your destiny depends on the alignment you take and the steps you make. So what are you choosing to be in this moment? Who are you choosing to be in this moment? That's what I want you to ask. Every time something comes in to disrupt your belief about what it is you have aligned to, remind yourself of this. I can look at these situations, I can react to them, and I can step out of alignment to what it is I know I am destined to experience, or I can continue forward, believing, until and working towards achieving it. Thank you, Steph! Thank you, Steph, for pouring into me, and know that you're going to receive it back infinitely in all the ways that God deems necessary for your experience, dharma, evolution, abilities, advancements, enhancements, and destiny, as well as your ascension. Because I know each and every one of us that have chosen the path with our highest vibrational self, with our most successful self, with the version of us that makes the most impact, we are going through ascensions right now. Any individual that's still stuck in the loop of the musky muskrats, like them throwing hoobly jubbly, they're not ascending in the way that we are. They will, though. We were all entrapped in that, where we were continuously holding fear or being defensive when it pertained to the experience we needed to evolve from with practitioners and with musky muskrats throwing black magic being a fucking mess. We were all in that timeline. That was not that long ago. I mean, they're still throwing black magic to this day, but are we in alignment with it? No. You better not be. You better not be allowing that to be a part of your reality. I mean, there's still, if you are still in that time loop, if you're still in that timeline, remember how divine you are. And remember, you being an extension of God and God coveting you, you ascending, you elevating, this energy won't be adherable. Like it won't be able to adhere to your energy. You're too high vibing. Like demons cannot piggyback on angels and fly into heaven. That's not how this happens. That's not how this works. So these energies that are trying to piggyback on you, they need you to see yourself as powerless. They need you to see yourself as weak and susceptible to this hoobly jubbly. And at this point, I'm going to tell you right now, none of this hoobly jubbly has anything on who you are and the connection to God that you have. What you said, exactly. Everything that, if you are experiencing some type of practitioner work, some type of hoobly jubbly, it's for an old version of you to be shed with the experience you overcome through that process. In some way, you are still aligned with it, and what they're directing is assisting you in shedding that skin to where you're aligned with that energy taking effect. So any death, like any hoobly jubbly, like death magic that's been sent, it's only assisted with the death and rebirth to where that energy cannot adhere to us. Do not fear it. Face it. Understand it holds no power. It is only assisting you in your elevation. It's only one level Goliath. It's only, like, it can only use your own power against you. You are not meant to continuously face something that you have evolved from. Like, the best way to put this is once you shift out of the boot camp, I know this is going to sound like silly, but once you shift out of the Jumanji state, like a Jumanji experience of these hoobly jubblies to where they're using your own power against you and you call back your power and you are no longer accepting that in your timeline, you are no longer giving it attention and intention, and where your attention goes, energy flows, and you're focusing on your happily ever after. Like I said, it's going to sound like kind of silly, but those of you it's for, like, this is how Spirit explained it to me. This is going to go from Jumanji to you being like the elevated version of John Wick, or it's like there are phases to this, going from Jumanji to like John Wick to John Constantine to Neo in the Matrix, where you're like, I went through all of these levels only to realize it was me the whole time. Like, I was fighting me. I was allowing you to win in my reality because I didn't believe in me. And then once you believe in you and you believe in your connection fully with the divine, it's no longer a part of your experience. You have decoded that part of the matrix. And that's all it is. Black magic is just a portion. It is a code within the matrix. And we all have access to those quantum codes to shift that timeline to where it no longer affects us in the way that it was, because we didn't understand our abilities, our power, and who we came here to be. How chosen we really are. And like I bring up a lot, but I need y'all to like really think about it. You were literally like Neo when he was fighting Agent Smith and he realized this is nothing. Like, what? You could see that he was thinking as Agent was like, like he was throwing every punch he could with full force, and Neo was like, okay, I am bored. Like, why am I here? when you move through these levels, that's the point you reach where you realize, holy shit, you are not as strong as I had given you credit for. Because you were using me, my mind, against me. Mind over matter. And what you focus your attention on will manifest. So if you're focused on the musky muskrats are throwing moon magic, I gotta go out and get my incense, I gotta go get my candles, I gotta say my psalms. Like, I still pray, but like, I used to be heavy on Psalms 35. Like, it was, anytime I felt some disturbance, I was immediately like defensive. Where I realized, you were using me against me. I was manifesting this. I was manifesting this outcome. And if I had stayed in that timeline, it would have taken me out because of how my power was being used against me, how my mind was being used against me. So if you are still going through these experiences with these musky muskrats, you got to remember, you are the one. You are the one, the one, the one. They're using you against you. They're using your mind to manifest this outcome. They're using your own mind to put you in a state of defense, paranoia, fear, and anger, and then amping it up with gang stalkers in order for you to be more susceptible to using your own energy to manifest the outcome of their desire. This is why I want you guys focusing on what you have aligned with. What the version of you that is the most successful is doing. And I can tell you the most successful version of you is not worried about these moon magic musky muskrats. They're really not. And I did see T. Austin in here. I meant to say hi. Hello, T. Austin, because I saw you comment. Hello, Keeper. Ooh, hold up, wait a minute. My little baby doll face. My face is changing again. My little cheekies. I'm sorry. Every time I look up, I'm like, why the face look different all the fucking time? But let me not start. I know that we're in a new timeline because I'm going through changes and where I'm at. Like, my energy, I just want to be in hermit mode. I'm going to be honest. That's where my energy is at, is where I'm like, I know that I'm transmuting and I know that I'm purging because I just want to go in hermit mode. I am fatigued. Like, I am, the best way to put it is, it's like, I was going to say something, but I was like, that's kind of like, I don't want to be of that vibration. Let me see. No, I'm gonna say it. It's like I wasn't gonna put it this way, but no, I gotta put it this way. It's like when any extraterrestrial energy in any movie is about to go through a transformation that is like they're ripping through their skin in order to come out as something new, they always go into their little den. They always go into their cave. They always are secluded somewhere. So like, I know I don't want anybody like taking that negatively, but I literally want to go into like a den form, like nesting. That's what it is. Nesting, yeah, healing chambers, cocoon energy. Because I know I'm going to break through this energy even more like advanced, but like, it's like, I don't even want to say that because it sounds bad, but I feel like it's not spicy. It's like, and I don't want to say hungry. It's like hungry for knowledge. The best way to explain this, and I know I said that before, but I'm trying to find a way that like doesn't make me sound like some extraterrestrial creature. But I guess that's basically what I am is, yes, gifts are amplifying. It's like a celestial egg. That's how I feel, is I'm in a celestial cocoon, and while I'm channeling here, I'm still like looking out of the cocoon while I'm like assisting, but I feel like being like, and just like closing them. And not to y'all, but just to life. It definitely, yes, it feels like a metamorphosis, a celestial cosmic egg. Those of you that resonate with that, where you're like, I don't even want to be seen right now. I don't want to go to the grocery store. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want anybody to look at me. This is what we're in. We're in this cosmic celestial egg. We're being born anew as something new. And it's an uncomfortable process, because I can tell you right now, the way that like I don't feel any emotions other than like excitement and happiness to see y'all, and like hermit. Like that's I love y'all. I'm happy to see y'all, but it's like happy, joy, gratitude, hermit. It's not anger, it's not sadness, like, because I know the way that I was describing it kind of sounds like depression, but it's really not. It is y'all that are in this energy, exactly, nesting season. Y'all that are in this energy, you know what I mean, where it's like, yeah, no, I don't want to do anything. Like, I know it's not laziness, but it feels like laziness. Because I want to get up and do something, but I just like can't. Like, I just have to sit down. I gotta go stick my feet in the grass. I just gotta be away from people. That's what it is, like being away from people. You're just like, I can't. I just want to be out in the wilderness. I want to have my feet in the grass. I don't want anybody to ask me how my day is. I just want to mind my business. If you're feeling that energy, that was you last weekend. It is happening in waves, and I will tell you, that is me right now. Normally it happens over the weekends. It's not normal for it to happen throughout the week. But with what I read today over on YouTube and what I posted that popped up on my page, it makes sense. Because it is the releasing of some intense eclipse season energy. Where during the eclipse was where I was manifesting a lot of these attacks on myself. A lot of mental illusions I had to break through with how I was perceiving being attacked. So it makes sense where I just want to go into hermit mode and just like read, listen to audiobooks, just like vibe. So if you're feeling that, like I said, you are releasing the skins of versions of you that you had repressed in order to get through. Ooh, bars. The versions of you that were repressed in order for you to get through. And a lot of the illusions that I was up against, like that I had manifested upon myself, like a lot of the ways that I had my own energy used against me when it pertained to how outside energies were attacking me, because I say it like this, but it was really me attacking me. I just repressed, and I didn't allow myself to. Oh, hold on. My crystals. Excuse me. I have to carry my I feel like a little kangaroo. My little crystal pouch. If you're going through a crystalline process, just sit with your crystals on your lap while your bare feet are on the ground. It will help you move and redirect this energy, especially because our celestial energy reacts well with crystals. We're able to, I don't want to dive too deeply into that because then we'll be here forever. But what I will say is there is a reason why we found the meanings behind the crystals we have now. There's a reason why we know what amethyst does. There are certain celestial forms that we are that react well with the crystals we are guided to obtain. Mama Gaia has always been assisting us with breaking down the simulation by understanding what has been hidden within this simulation. That's what I will say. Anyways, you guys, sorry. I had one of my little smell goody candles going ham sandwich because it's got little flower petals at the bottom of it. So when it burns down too low, the flower petals will catch on fire, and I was not about to have that. I was not about to have that. But I love me some smell goody candles. Like, that one was specifically flower power, and it's roses, jasmine, and lang lang. Oh, it was beautiful. I'm going to have to get another one. That's besides the point. That's why I had to get up. But, all right, before this live gets too long, for those of you that this message is for, stay in the timeline of who you are now and who you've wanted to be. They are one and the same. This is now, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, your reality and love. You are in it. No matter what is appearing outside of yourself that indicates the opposite. I didn't want to say it because I don't want any of you looking at it, but if you are experiencing the opposite of your energy, your manifestation is right around the corner. Do not react to anything that does not resonate with where your soul energy is indicating you are vibratorily. You know what you know. Like I said, I'm not going to let anything that's thrown at me tell me what God promised me. and what I've been putting in the work to be. I know that I am leaving a massive impact on this planet. I don't need to know how I'm going to get into a position to where, honestly, I was going to say a position of stability, but like, I feel it already. Like, I used to pray and hold gratitude for having my own home, but honestly, like, this is nice. This is, even though I'm renting, like, I don't feel like I need my own home right now, because like, even renting, this is nice. I know in due time, God is going to give me a house. I'm going to get my house, but like, no, like, I'm not rushing. Like, there may be an apartment in between. I might go from renting this house, renting this space, to renting an apartment. That might be cheaper. I don't know. Because like, I like where I'm at right now. And if God leads me to renting an apartment that's cheaper, I will go that way. But I am in no rush to like feel like I desperately need this. And they said, and that's how you know it's right around the corner. Just like if you don't feel the desperate need to have love, you're not like, I need it. You already have it. You're about to run into more of it because you are it. You have attracted it. So whatever this is to you, you're already living it. You're purging out what does not keep you aligned with what you're living. So no, you have not gotten numb to this. No, there's not something wrong with you if you were thinking that there was something wrong with you because you no longer want this the way that you did. It's because you already have it. Thank you, Cajun. Thank you, Cajun, for the heart tickets. That 10 adds up to 10 completion. Heart tickets. Your heart, you manifested this. You have only you have the ticket to this. So that was just confirmation. You're living it already. And you're about to experience it because there's no longer resistance. Because you are on the path of least resistance because you are living it. I will keep saying it. You are living it. No matter what is going on external from your experience, you know that you have already solidified this alignment and you're in it. Now, if you're purging, let yourself purge. Your soul is getting rid of everything that does not align to this timeline, doesn't align to you living this life you had previously been visualizing every fucking night. The things that you have released, the things that you wanted so desperately and so dearly that you now trust the Lord with are coming through right now. Ride the waves and take care of yourself. You've been through a lot, but it's about to get a lot easier. And yes, the quantum leap on the supermoon, I have also been purging off and on since then. And I expect to be purging all up until the new moon on Friday. So if you are currently releasing and you've been releasing since the supermoon, just know that with this new moon, you are going to feel because you are going to be an entirely new energy, an entirely new entity, an entirely new being. So if this is your message, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But walk into November as the you that Lil You was looking up to, because you are now that you. You are the you that you had once visualized in the mirror. You are the you that you had been visualizing as your best self. You are that you now. All of the baggage from the past versions of you left behind as you are walking into not only November and December, but this new year as the new you. And I'm proud of you. And on that note, you guys, because my energy is like, woo, and I still have to go backpack freaking, you know what? I was gonna be negative, and I'm not gonna be negative. I have to go backpack some cat food. So I have to go grab cat food, some waters, and then possibly some more tofu and rice, and then backpack my ass home. And I'm gonna put on my great music, and I'm gonna be happy about it. I'm gonna be vibing with nature. So I gotta go run and do that, and then I'm gonna come home and meditate. I love you guys. I honor you. Please honor your own energy. Thank you, Simba. Thank you for pouring into me. 32 is 5, so we are going through massive changes. I knew it. I can feel it. Like I said, I'm feeling this hermity energy. But anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I am going to be live a bit longer tomorrow. And as for the YouTube live, I'm going to be doing 2 YouTube lives every other day if I have the energy to, and if the Most High and the Divine come through with messages. I'm not going to force a message. So if there's a message, I will give it to you. If there is not, I will let you know. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you, and I will see you again tomorrow. So until then, oh, thank you, Simba. Thank you for pouring into me. Seriously, thank you. And know that you're going to receive it back infinitely in all the ways that God deems necessary for every experience you have aligned yourself with having. Thank you. And thank you, Cherie. You too. Oh, thank you, Cherie, for your Cash App. And know that every way that you have poured into me is now a part of your reality for how others are going to be pouring into you, because you deserve it too. I love you. And on that note, remain peaceful. And a side note, listen, you guys, with the amount of solar flares we've been having, we are also having activated within us what I did, like they had to channel it to me. It's not only a crystalline process, but sun upgrades, light upgrade. The way the light is being integrated with this sun energy, our inner masculine energy is going through upgrades, enhancements in the way that our feminine energy has gone through enhancements. So if you are divine feminine, your divine feminine energy has gone through enhancements. Your inner masculine energy is going through enhancements right now. If you are divine masculine, same. And it may be vice versa. You may have gone through masculine updates and upgrades where your feminine energy is going through this. So I wasn't going to get into this, but I am. Okay. So if you're going through masculine energy updates and upgrades, you may be more productive, proactive. You may feel more energy. You may feel, what's the best way to put, like, more boisterous, more action oriented, if your masculine has gone through upgrades. But while you're going through them, you may feel sluggish, you may feel moody, you may feel what may be perceived as lazy, but it's not laziness, it's your masculine needing to be upgraded. Your masculine is going in, your inner masculine energy is going into hermit mode for these upgrades. You may even be a little bit more snappy. You could be also sweating more. Your taste buds could be changing. And with the inner feminine energy, you could have more fear and anxiety coming to the surface to be purged as you're going through this upgrade. You could be having more skin issues. You could be having weight issues. What else? You could be feeling more, again, I gotta trigger you. You could be feeling unlovable in this moment. Like you could be sorting through how you have felt unlovable in the past. You may also feel, I don't want to trigger any of this in you, but if you're experiencing this is what you need to know. This is what is being purged out for your system to go through an upgrade. You may feel a lack of libido. So as you're going, a masculine energy, your inner masculine, as you're going through this transformation and upgrade, you may feel your kundalini active, more active. And you're guided to express that energy in a healthy way, where your inner divine feminine going through upheavals and these upgrades, you may feel inactive. You may feel numb in that sense, to where you're not feeling attracted to anyone, and you're not feeling a zest for life. Like you're not feeling the need to nurture. You just kind of want to be out of view. You don't want to be seen. You don't want to receive. You don't want to give. You just want to be. And that's your divine feminine energy releasing, so that you can integrate more energy, and in that moment your inner feminine is purging. So depending on what energy within you is being enhanced and upgraded, depends on what you're going through, what you're experiencing, and what you're about to experience through this process, through what you're releasing. So whatever energy is at the forefront right now, just know that what you're experiencing is a release, a purge for an upgrade. So, I love you guys. I had to get that channel out real quick, just so if you're feeling like this, you don't feel like something is wrong with you. You're just feeling, you're releasing old I won't even say old, you're releasing outdated energy and having installed an upgraded version of that energy. So anyways, you are very welcome. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And remember to stay peaceful, unconditionally loving, stand united, and remain respectful unless disrespected. Then check with the Most High. Check with yourself. And then check a motherfucker with grace. And until I see you guys again tomorrow, thank you, Simba. Thank you for pouring into me. I really do appreciate it infinitely and know that you're going to receive it back in every way that God deems necessary for the way that you have evolved within this timeline. Evolve, and what you have evolved into, who you have evolved into, and what is necessary for your evolution. And that goes to each and every one of you in here. All that you are going through has aligned you, further aligned you with who you've been destined to be. But you chose that destined alignment, and it wasn't easy. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And please honor your experience. Don't push yourself beyond your energetic limits, especially not at this time as you're releasing all of the outdated old versions of you that cannot go into this reality that you prayed for. And it is here and it is happening now. And also, if anybody tells you to lay the fuck down, run them the fuck over, as Jase would say. XXX Tentation. Ay. Vroom vroom. You know, I did say that a little bit jumbled. Let me get it right. And just like Jase would say, XXX Tentation. Ay. If anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over. But not with your car. Please don't fuck up your new reality by doing some dumb shit, okay? I know the musky muskrats and the NPCs be getting out of pocket, but check them with your energy. Don't fuck up your new reality, okay? Not with your car, with your energy. Vroom, vroom. And until I see you guys again tomorrow, I love you. And I'm going to try and save this and post it over on YouTube. So if it will save, you guys will see it uploaded later tonight. And until I see you guys again tomorrow, remain the beautiful, divine, ethereal, powerful beings that you have aligned yourself to be. Always have been. You just needed to believe it was was the experience you were meant to have and who you were meant to be. And you are that individual right now. You are living your dream reality. You better say these affirmations to yourself and you better claim it. It is yours. And thank you, Simba. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for pouring into me. Thank you for all that, at each and every one of you. Thank you for what you have not only done for me, but everybody you have come in contact with. Every smile you gave, every word of advice, every shoulder that you gave. You're receiving that 10,000-fold in this new timeline. You're receiving back everything, every amount of energy you expended in order to help another. It did not go unnoticed. So thank you. I love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow, okay? So until then, drink your water, take your spiritual baths or showers, get grounded, and remember who the fuck you are. And never forget. I love you guys. Bye!